Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you, and this one comes from True Off My Chest and is titled, I Yelled F you at a tween girl at the Garfield movie. I, male 22, went to the theater with two of my friends to watch Garfield last night. I wasn't expecting much as I figured it would be mostly aimed towards kids. However, I found myself laughing out loud very often. This is when the trouble began. I'm hit with a piece of popcorn. I look up and around, don't see anything, proceed to watch Lasagna Cat. Then it keeps happening. I've got my eyes on the culprit. Young girl, I assume 12, about 6 seats to my left. Decide if it happens one more time, I'm saying, please tell your kid to stop throwing popcorn. Loud enough for most in the general vicinity to hear. She does stop without me having to do that. So about 2/3 of the way through, anytime someone laughed, these two girls would just scream. Just shout at the top of their lungs. It was at this point I became concerned. I didn't want to say anything because I genuinely thought the one girl might have been on the spectrum to the point where she couldn't control it. So we reach the climax of the movie and she screams again. I look over. We lock eyes. I see that she's doing it on purpose. I just stare at this child, probably a high schooler, and give her the, I beg your unbelievable pardon. Do you realize you're making a fool of yourself in public? Look. And she just stares right back, giggling. This kid has become the bane of my existence in this movie theater. I'm trying to watch the silly orange cat run to the top of a train, and this girl is just ruining the experience. I am so unbelievably pissed at this point. Behavior continues throughout the rest of the movie. Credits roll, girls leave. Friends and I talk about the movie and experience with the girls. My other two friends are upset, but not to the level that I was, seeing as though it all became very directed at me at some point. One of the girls forgot their phone, and as they left a second time, said something to us to the tune of, thanks for ruining the movie for us. The audacity of that statement made me immediately respond with the most vitriolic, tense, and angered you I've ever uttered. That's not what I wanted to say, but that's what came out. They just walked away. I'm still pissed because there's a million things I could have done differently. Edit. I call the girls kids due to immaturity. They were likely between 14 and 18 years old. Earlier assumptions of age were before I saw them in the light. Okay, what do we think? What do we think? What do we think? So the title was I Yelled F you at a tween girl at the Garfield movie. The majority of the winning vote in the poll was NTA. If this happened to you, would you yell a vitriolic F you? They were there as a social experiment. The teen girls, they were there to see how much they could get away with. Might on accident. It was kind of an accident for OP here. I don't think OP is an asshole for reacting. I don't know that F you in like a I'm about to rage my shit out kind of way was the right or appropriate response, but it doesn't really matter. They were goading him for a response, and they got a response. So it's not what I would have done, but OP, you're not the asshole for doing it. They were prodding to try to get a response. They were seeing how much they could get away with, or they were just mean girling this thing and just going on their lives as if they could do whatever the F they want with no consequences whatsoever, and no one ever says shit. That's probably who they are outside of the movie theater. They do this kind of shit to everybody and nobody ever speaks up because of who they are. Well, welcome to the real world, kid. I just imagine this guy's like face just being beat red and he's shaking with anger and he's like foam dripping out of his mouth. I would hope that they ran away scared. And I would agree with that. The anger the response wasn't conscious. It was an automatic response. Now, if OP had followed them out of the movie theater and escalated the altercation, sure. But it was like a one and done kind of thing. And that was it. They probably thought it was cute. Yeah, they probably thought they were being cute. Kids will be kids, but sometimes kids are assholes.